The first step in connecting the plot of Zootopia love Judy Hopps, Zootopia's first rabbit police officer, and Nick Wilde, a former street hustler, have been officially partners in the Zootopia Police Department for a week. Unexpectedly, a pursuit mission puts their partnership in serious jeopardy. It turns out this is during Zootopia's centennial celebration. While chasing a food truck carrying illegally smuggled goods, Judy and Nick nearly crashed into the Zootopia centennial celebration parade. Luckily, Judy reacted quickly enough. Otherwise, although the food truck was successfully maneuvered away from the parade under Judy's control, it inadvertently destroyed the statue of Abining and Shirley. Shirley successfully invented the air walls that created different climate zones in Zootopia 100 years ago, which enabled the creation of environments suitable for all kinds of animals. This family, which has monopolized this technology for 100 years and thus became a famous conglomerate in Zootopia, was mentioned for the first time in Zootopia 2, 0 hours 0 minutes and 50 seconds amidst the chaos. Judy discovers a snakeskin in the trunk of the food truck, along with numerous flyers for Zootopia's centennial celebration. However, Zootopia has no snake residents. This mishap, coupled with Judy's unexpected discovery, foreshadows an even greater crisis to come. Back at the Zootopia Police Department, Chief Bogo was furious. He berated Judy and Nick, accusing them of making a mess of Zootopia and putting the citizens in danger of the world. He scolded Judy for being a busybody and manipulative, and criticized Nick for his sly smile and the bell. Chief Bogo forbade them from taking any more cases and even threatened to break them up unless they accepted a very special mission. If they failed, the Judy and Nick duo would be a thing of the past. As for the special operation that Director New mentioned, it was actually sending them to a psychology course on partner relationship adjustment. This part of the plot is quite funny, and compared to the other incompatible partners who attended with them, they seemed so out of place, and they always pointed the finger at each other as if there were no problems. But even so, our adorable Judy still diligently reviewed the notes she had taken in class. Just then, Judy noticed the news broadcast on TV. It mentioned that during Zootopia's centennial celebration, the famous Lynn Shirley logging family of Zootopia was exhibiting the notebook of AI Bingning Lynn Shirley, the family founder who invented the air wall that divides Zootopia into different places. The news mentioned that this was the first time this notebook had been publicly displayed. It turns out that 100 years ago, a tortoise, to prevent a snake from stealing this notebook and getting bitten, locked it away by the Lynn Shirley family. Since the day the animals matured, no snakes have appeared. Judy immediately thought of the snakeskin she found in the food truck, and now there are many similar food trucks parked at the festival site. Obviously, this matter is not so simple. Worried that the water-biting animal incident would happen again, Judy quickly went to find Nick and persuaded him to go to the celebration site to investigate. So Judy and Nick took communication devices, changed into gorgeous clothes, disguised themselves, and blended in with the other guests attending the celebration. Soon, Judy noticed the location of the notebook. One of them was responsible for diverting everyone's attention so that Judy could take the opportunity to carefully examine the notebook, 0 hours 2 minutes and 55 seconds. The cover of Abney Lynn Shirley's notebook is made of metal. The page that is displayed is the patent specification for the air walls that separate the different plans in Zootopia. It is here that Judy unexpectedly meets Bob, the young master of the Lynn Shirley family. The story of Lynn Shirley and Bob's privileged life makes Judy feel refreshed. Nick is obviously a little hungry and complains in the communication mirror that he has not found anything here. Let's call it a day. But Judy just shuts down the phone. Soon it was time for Zootopia's new mayor, Milton, to give his speech. Young Master Bob and his siblings followed their father, Milton, and Sherry Lynn onto the stage. Mayor Milton announced his plans to expand Zootopia. Meanwhile, Nick, whose communications had been cut off by Judy, found a snakeskin on the ground and quietly went behind the stage. Unexpectedly, a shadow flashed by, and Chief Bogo, who had also arrived at the scene, grabbed Nick in the chaos. Nick kicked over a chandelier overhead, and from Judy's perspective below the stage, a figure draped in a long dog robe fell onto the stage. The robe fell away, revealing a venomous snake. The snake instantly snatched Abney Lynn Shirley's notebook, then grabbed Milton of the Lynn Shirley family and dragged him out the door. Just as everyone was gripped by panic, Judy immediately gave chase to the snake. While Nick broke free from Chief Bogo and followed closely behind, Judy shouted at the snake not to hurt Milton. But the snake firmly replied that snakes never hurt others, and also said that there was a secret hidden in Abini Zero Sherry's notebook. Only by revealing the secret could the conspiracy of Zero Sherry's family be exposed and the world's exploration of snakes be changed. Judy was moved by Viper's eloquent speech, but unexpectedly, Nick arrived at that moment and smacked Viper with a frying pan. Nick proudly shouted that he and Judy were the best. But he soon realized his mistake because he had just been captured by Viper. Milton immediately ordered his men to kill Viper and burn the notebook. In order to prevent Milton from destroying the evidence. Judy and Nick finally worked together and decided to help Viper escape. Judy quickly read the notes, threw Viper out the window, and watched him slide into an electric car and speed away into the night. Judy and Nick became fugitives and began their life on the run. A luxury car pulled up. Opening the window, inside sat Mr. Big, the godfather of the Glacier Town Mafia. It turned out that Mr. Big, as the Mafia godfather, knew about the Lynn Shirley family's plan to build Zootopia, a plan to eliminate all families operating in the gray area. The enemy is the friend. Mr. Big was willing to help Judy and Nick prepare new identities for them, rob them, and send them to xenophobic countries. However, Judy refused Mr. Big's offer. Judy didn't want to be framed so unjustly, and she still wanted to solve the case in the land of the dead. She hoped that Mr. Big could provide clues about the Viper family. So, on Mr. Big's advice, Judy and Nick went to find Mr. Big, known as the 100 Rocksman of Zootopia. Robert Maple. Liebau led them to the naming center for reptiles, the wetland market. Here, Judy and Nick learned that 100 years ago, after Moo Po was bitten by a snake, mammals no longer trusted reptiles. It was from this doubt that reptiles left Zootopia. Now, the Lynn Shirley family's expansion plan for Zootopia, which involves expanding Glacier Town and covering the wetland market vines under ice and snow, is, in short, to exterminate reptiles. Now, Judy and Nick, holding the notebook as crucial evidence, are in considerable danger. Just then, sirens blared, indicating that the police chasing Judy and Nick had arrived nearby. They quickly ran to the deck, but Viper suddenly appeared and snatched the notebook from Judy's hand. A chase ensued in the water. Judy grabbed Viper's pouch and pointed the flower petals inside at Viper's home, a small cabin on the mountaintop. By this point in the journey, Judy and Nick were already at their limits, especially during the cliff climbing. Their differing opinions led to an argument, and they even accidentally dropped their love token, a carrot-shaped voice recorder, off the cliff. After many hardships, we finally arrived at the mountain cabin. An old photo inside caught our attention. The photo was of a turtle and a snake. It was rumored that the turtle, who had been injured by a venomous snake, was obviously good friends with the snake. The clock tower behind the photo clearly had the words Reptile Valley written on it. This means that there used to be a community in Zootopia that was specifically for reptiles to live in. Could it be that the Lynn Shirley family destroyed Reptile Valley and then married it off to the snake? The truth that has been hidden for 100 years is about to be revealed. Just then, the police stormed into the hilltop cabin. Judy, having finally taken the stimulant, lost consciousness. Nick, the head of the organization, chose to sacrifice himself and was willing to be arrested. The unconscious Judy was handed over to Viper and Bob, the little beast from the Lynn Shirley family, who suddenly appeared to help them escape. When Judy woke up, he found himself sitting on Bao Guozi's three-wheeled motorcycle, and next to him was the venomous snake. It turned out the snake's name was Snake Da Run. They were now heading towards a tent camp in the desert. The cover of Abini Lynn Shirley's notebook was made of metal because only snakes can see heat. In other words, only snakes can see images that mammals cannot through the metal cover. The secret hidden in this notebook is the invention of the powerful air that divides Zootopia into different climate zones. This was not something that Lynn Shirley invented. The founder of the family, Abini, was also involved. That was 100 years ago when Cheyenne, the ancestor of Zadari, invented the invisible wall and hoped to create a peaceful and inclusive city that included crawling spaces. However, after she invited Abini to become Shirley's paw,